Last time on the Adventures of Gaia. After sneaking into a tower, Pryo met Puck, who seems to be some kind of hacker, or tinkerer, or maybe a junker. He discovered that Sandeep used the pods in this land to travel to Aklaris. Pryo had ideas of killing Sandeep when he got back, but Puck says he fixed the sentinels, which apparently means no one can do any violence? When Pryo explained what Sandeep did, Puck was able to recover all the memories sent to Lily. Well, all but 3. Danus tried to tinker with the pods, but Sandeep made it to Aklaris. So now we just gotta decide what the team is gonna do. I'm part of the team. Pryo, you get some strange sights. You're driving on a speeder bike. There's a bike ahead of you, going quite fast. You're wearing a helmet, and a voice comes through over the speaker. Don't worry, Pryo, this is gonna be exactly the plan I made. I mean, this treasure map can't lead us wrong. The treasure's marked with an X. The roadway melts in your vision, and the sound of the speeder bike disappears, and you feel a cool breeze ripple through your traveling coat. Then you hear a strong, masculine voice beside you. Now calm your mind, Pryo. Good. Now see the image I've made in your mind. Suddenly a big golden phoenix appears in your mind. As the wings spread, you see a beautiful tropical island. There are palm trees, blue water. Now take us there. The power in your own mind grows as your own white phoenix spreads its wings and envelops your physical body. There's a momentary sinking feeling and then a pop. And you're standing on the sandy beach. The one you saw in your mind. Good. The voice echoes in your mind, no longer beside you. And the phoenix, an orange phoenix, glows. Good. Now come back home. And you slowly start to wake. The steady rhythm of waves turn into the steady rhythm of a sound sleeper beside you. You roll over, and the softness of the sheets against your skin feels warm like that sun. And your eyes begin to focus on a room. And you see Danus stirs in the bed next to you and opens his eyes. You feel as if some old power has pushed through a barrier in your mind.
Okay, Pryo casts off the covers.
Realize as you come to consciousness, you're in one of those dilapidated buildings that you came through in Puck's land last night. After eating, you're both tired, and he gave you a space to stay there. It's just 2 makeshift beds, but he did find some nice covers and pillows for you, so that was lovely. You feel like everything Puck has was once extremely good quality and is now just aged.
Okay, Pryo gets up, he stretches.
Roll over and kind of look at him. Morning.
What if Sandeep is not going to upload the memories? What if he'll sell them on some kind of device like we have here? Pryo paces like a caged animal.
I'll roll over in bed and look at the ceiling and let him wake to his thoughts.
He's mumbling to himself something. Okay, Pryo looks outside. What time is it? How long has he slept for?
It's difficult to tell. Of course, this land is dark and the sky is kind of failing. It has lightened slightly.
Batty elapsed hours of sleep.
He squeaks back at you, and a little readout comes out in your glasses. Takes you a moment to realize what he's trying to tell you, but it looks like it's been a good 8-9 hours.
Could be awake by now. We've got to get to Alcaraz. I've got
Well, should we check and see if he's come back yet? I mean, first step, right? Then we can go from there.
Yeah. Okay, Pryo grabs the stuff and like bursts out, just gone.
Okay.
Come on, shooter!
I'll take my, I'll do a morning ritual of like stretching and, putting pants and stuff on.
Where are you headed, Pryo?
Back to Puck's tower.
You were in the house right beside the tower, so you take a quick right. You smell food cooking.
Puck is looking around for him.
You hear him upstairs in the kitchen area.
Okay, Pryo takes the steps. 4 or 5 at a time.
Vault up the steps. You see Puck there, making some stuff.
Puck.
Good morning.
Is Sandeep done cooking yet?
What?
Is Sandeep done? I'm sorry.
I'm almost done cooking, yes. Did you want the meaty kind or the fruity kind?
I don't think I have time for that.
Everybody needs breakfast.
Can you check quickly? I'm sorry. Can you check quickly your scanners, your computers, your whatever they are? Can you check to see if Sandeep is potted yet fully?
Oh, you mean if he's awake in Aglaris?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Gotta have breakfast first.
Okay, Pryo.
Sits down.
Oh, God.
Okay, his large eyes look up at you. Or maybe I'll do it after, because I'm not hungry or anything. Okay, he gets up and heads up the stairs.
Thank you. Pryo considers whether it'd be rude to pick him up and just carry him there.
You do not need to roll. Yes, it would be rude. Okay, he gets up to his office space, which of course I'll remind you is just full of all kinds of stuff. There could be untold riches or something rotting in here, and you wouldn't know either way. He pulls some things out. He pulls his computer up. All right, here we go. Wait. Yeah, yes, he's awake already.
Pryo cuts off a curse. Do you know where he is in Alcaris? Can you track him?
No, I didn't. I'm really hungry, but okay. No, I can't find him. It would take me some.
Can you show me a picture of the pod room?
A picture of the pod room.
A video of it or a map that he came out of. Then I'll be out of your hair.
Oh, you should stay a while. I told you. You're so excited and it's nice to talk to people. Though you should eat some breakfast. Okay, he starts typing. He pulls up just a little image, kind of tiny square on his screen. And you just see from, obviously he's gone into some kind of security footage. And there's a top-down angle and you just see a huge row of pods. There's at least 10 in this top-down area you can see. It says, "Welcome to Aclaris," painted on the wall. You see some little things off to the side, the little brochures.
Shooter to me.
I come upstairs with the breakfast. I assume he's upstairs. Yeah.
That whistle was for Batty, not you.
But +1.
Pryo's not quite whistling orders at you yet.
I think you already have, actually.
Well, maybe once or twice, but he has more respect for Danus now. He's not going to whistle orders at him. You're not as equivalent to me as my mechanical bat.
Waiting for him to be like, get.
Pryo's make sure he's gear ready. He says, "I had a weird dream. A dream that I could do this. I apologize in advance if we end up in rock."
Wait,
33.
what?
He grabs Danus and he focuses on that room and he goes, and he tries to make the Phoenix take them there.
You hear someone coming up the stairs with some plates, little feet. Hey guys! Puck looks at you. You're gonna do what? And then you close your eyes. Your large white Phoenix. You try to mimic what you felt in the dream. It spreads out and envelops both you and Danus. And you think of the room, think of the brochures. Please don't go and rock. Please don't go and rock. And with a loud popping noise, you feel your stomach sink. Danus, you're familiar with this transport. You actually don't feel as sick as the first-time traveler would.
Oh, I was gonna vomit. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Pryo, it's a bit of a how would you describe it? Known but unknown feeling, as it's almost like takes a second for your memory to catch up to the muscle memory that's already there, and you start to feel sick, and then it settles quite quickly. And you're standing in that pod room.
Wait a minute. What?
You got the breakfast. You have Puck's plate.
We were driving in a hot, sweaty speeder, and you could have done this. We left our teammate. I left my sniper rifle.
Okay, Pryo just lets him go and starts looking around for Sandeep's.
We didn't set up a trap for when he comes back. We know he has to return. What? We didn't tell them to go fix the pods at the other.
Shooter, it'll be too late. If he sells the memories on a hard copy, we'll never catch him.
Are you carrying the old the memories you got from Puck yesterday?
Of course.
Okay, you took everything because I heard you say you loaded up. Danus.
I have nothing.
Yep, you have your nanotech armor.
Yeah.
And thankfully there are some fancy guns loaded in that.
Yep. Can I check the pods while half eating breakfast with a worried look expression on my face to see when he came out, how much of a head start we've got?
Okay.
I'm looking for UV.
Okay. Everybody roll.
The wily detective, Pryo Rex, his detective is 450. I rolled 78. That is a critical success.
I just need a 120 for Tinker, and I get a. Okay, it's a 90. All right, okay. I saw the 90 first. We're good. Success.
Okay, you both immediately set to. Pryo, you head to the pods. As you're standing in this room, it's just a large, white-painted sort of drywalled room. You see the big welcome to Akalaris sign painted across the one side of the pods. There's 10 pods down one side and 10 pods down the other. They're all lined up with a middle row. There's brochures and pamphlets on the wall and a little pad showing some people advertising stuff. You see a crazy bunny jumping up and down. Buy berry bunny bars, buy berry bunny bars. Free with every pod travel. Then suddenly you hear someone coming around the corner. You hear click, click, click of shoes on the linoleum type flooring. Being comes around the corner. She's about 5 feet tall. She has 4 little antennae coming out of her head. She has 2 large eyes. She goes, "Welcome to Akalaris. I hope..." Wait. Did you... I saw you on the screen, but... She looks at the pods. All the pods are clearly closed and not recently used.
Not this one. I'm just going through.
Okay.
Okay, I got that. All right. I roll acting. Pryo's acting is...
+1. I'm just giving it because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Do not let me down.
I roll 55. Kay takes off the hood and the glasses and the mask. He says, "Oh, thank goodness you're here, miss. We're so worried. We lost our friend.
Don't be worried. I have all the maps. I have brochures.
We were supposed to be here to pick him up when he was finished cooking, but we were late.
You were what?
Late.
How did you get in here?
We just transported in.
Oh.
So you didn't see us?
You're not supposed to do that. You know that, right?
So, well, I know, but we were so happy to
get me in trouble.
Don't worry about that. I'll talk to your boss. Don't worry about that. But here, that's not the important part. The important part is
take your berry bunny bars because I'm going to get in trouble. Here,
that's okay. I don't
Please
need
take it. You're going to get me fired. They're watching.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. He waves at the camera, says, "Very good."
Don't do that.
Okay, he takes the berry bunny bar. He says, our friend, he's tall, big nose, blonde hair. Did he come through here already?
Got it.
You did. You found the pod. It's the third one down. His image is there. You have what? You guys are strange, Kay. She ticks over. Did you find who you're looking for?
When she looks away, or when he says got it, and if she looks away, I go, and I send Batty out.
Okay.
Batty, I'll remind you, Batty has a picture of Sandeep's thermal signature.
You're going to send Batty out. He flies out of this room into a hallway. There's chairs, and it's clearly a bit of a welcome center kind of feel here. He flies around.
Follow the signals, Batty. Cloak, and follow the signals.
Okay, he's cloaked. He's flying in circles. The door is closed.
Okay. Say, okay, well, great. All right. Well, then, if he's already gone, thanks very much. We'll get out of here. Come on, Bart. Let's go. Let's go find our friend. Come on, let's go.
It's nice to meet you, bro. Okay, have fun. Remember your coupons in case you want to do a tour. And check us out. Give us 5 stars.
Oh, I will, for sure. Good job. Okay, Pryo turns and goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow and say, it looks like he's ahead of us. You'll have to tell me the number.
He's got a bit of a head start on you by 4 hours or so.
Oh, geez. Could have already sold them by now. Pryo is not happy. All right. He goes,
Batty lands on you.
He goes down to the door and he goes.
You open the door. You come out into a town square. Let me share a map. The 2 circles are just representations and not necessarily. You are not giant in the middle of the town square, I would just like to say.
Whoa. I destroy the temple.
In front of you is an open air market. You see a large statue in the middle of this market with a flying ship of some sort with weird arms that come out of it, and it's holding different stuff. There's quite a few stalls, but it's clean and well taken care of. As you see to your right, there's a large inn called the Thankful Inn. To your left is a temple to Gaia, and you can see busy coming to and fro of all kinds of people, and it's obvious this is a big merchant area. And then across the way you see a open doorway into this indoor market. There's all kinds of people, robots moving about. But the thing that strikes you both the most is the intense amount of airships that are overhead, flying back and forth. Think steampunk with a ton of extra metal than you would normally see rather than any kind of wood. You're looking at a lot more metallic.
Cool.
They have big air balloons in there and large puffs of steam coming out as they move back and forth.
Is it light metal or is it like thick metal? Like we're talking like steel, or is it like obviously a lighter meant for flying?
There's both. There's some more industrial, like you're saying, more heavy metal kind of things, and they're puffing out actual something out the back, and you see crystals on them. You see different advertisements on the side. You see quite a few light ones that are painted red that I say Oclaris Tours, and there's people hanging out looking at stuff.
Hey, they have tours here. We should get acquainted with the city.
+1, Danus.
Okay, Pryo's looking in the goggles and looking around.
Batty is flying about. There are a lot of people here, as you can imagine. He's doing a increasingly large circle. He's having a difficulty, however, discerning any type of UV or heat signatures that are specific to Sandeep right now, but you are in the middle of a very, very crowded space.
Okay, I look back at the door, and do I see Sandeep's biomatter fluorescing in UV?
Please roll.
Detective is 415?
Yeah.
I roll 12.
You look, there's been, of course, a ton of smearing of different people touching handles, but you do find it. You see a smear of that yellow UV you've become so familiar with on the handle.
Can I tell which way he's gone? I start looking for other clues around his boot prints.
You do. You're looking around. Dennis, you recognize Pryo's going off in detective mode. You look around and you see, come around this way and around, you're doing kind of circular patterns. And down in this direction, you see that he went into the inn. You find a smear of his yellow that way.
Pryo immediately goes in the inn.
You head into the Thankful Inn. You see it's quite a nice inn. There's well-kept booths around. There's food being served. There's a main check-in area that heads up towards some stairs, and then there's more of a restaurant sort of space at the front. All right, you come in, you start looking around. There's a gentleman there with a nicely pressed suit. Could I help you, sir?
Do I see any UV?
Nope.
Is the counter the most likely place Sandeep would have walked to in here? Like you have to walk to the counter and sign in and say hello and that kind of thing?
It's the main entrance or port of entry to the area. You would either get directed to the restaurant or get a room, you imagine, and stay.
Is there a door leading upstairs, like to rooms or something?
Mm-hmm.
I as he sees Pryo enter and, hey, can I help you? I'll just enter and go past. Like I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to go over there. I'm going to walk toward the stairs, whether it's up or down, and see if he has a room here.
Okay. The doors are there, and you see there's a little key card thing that you would, if you stayed, you would be able to key card in. It's a nicer establishment. The gentleman's looking...
Does it have Sandeep's biomatter on it?
No, you don't see. I won't make you roll. You don't see any on the doors in any way. It is clean here, but it's not quite that clean that you would see that they would be polishing every hour. Gentlemen, I'm afraid you must be
Pryo goes,
lost.
Check the restaurant. Okay, he walks up to the counter. Says, what's your name?
Well, my name is Edward. And what is yours? I will check you. Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't. My name is John. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm looking for a tall blonde man with a big nose. He killed a whole bunch of people back in a place called Beliza. I know he came in here about 4 hours ago.
I see, sir. Well, then I suggest that you just head on down the walkway, and the Guardian Forces will be happy to help you. Just register a complaint. The law is quite present in Aklars, I assure you. And no one like that I could check perhaps through. I'm not sure. He stayed here.
Okay. Pryo takes out a clip.
Okay.
This clip's awfully heavy. How many bullets will it take to be lighter?
Well, I feel that checking in 2 bullets would probably be the most appropriate thing. They're gone.
Flicks 2 out.
Now, did you have a name for your dear missing friend?
He goes by Sandeep sometimes.
Okay, takes pen out.
Tall.
Flicking through the
hair,
pen.
Big nose. Works for the cabal.
About
Am I
what?
in earshot?
You can still hear them as you're walking around milling. You're trying to act casual, but look at every table, so it's a little difficult.
He also goes by, and then I start rattling off. He's got a list of names.
He's looking through. He goes, about what time do you feel that your friend might have come through?
4 hours ago, exactly.
See.
Did you check in?
I'm afraid to inform you that he did not. I've only had people of the non-male persuasion come in the past 6 hours.
Perhaps he met someone in the restaurant.
He looks over. He goes, just a moment. Kay takes a pad with him. He walks over to, there's some serving staff. He walks up to an androgynous server and says something. And
I walk over.
he goes, he signals you to stay. Do you ignore him?
Fine.
Okay. He looks over. They talk. The guy, he takes a chip and hits the server's pad. He goes, He comes back, he says, "It seems he did come in and have some coffee, did not meet with anyone, only stayed for a short period, and left his bill unpaid. I'm sorry I could not be of more help. I know how troubling it is when you're missing a friend."
Do you remember where he sat? From across the room.
Okay, some of the patrons look up at you as you're...
Oh, that's rude. Hey, I don't get out much.
Some lady is sitting there. She has a large hat with these weird fluffy things coming all over. They all move and they're floating, kind of. She goes, "Oh, goodness." Her fluffy hat balls move around. To answer your rather loud friend's question, it seems he was in booth 2. He points.
Did you see which way he went when he left? Which direction?
Out the door. I don't quite pay attention to. He looked rather rough, so he's not someone I would necessarily pay attention to. He looks you up and down just a little bit as he says that, trying not to offend, but still with obvious disdain.
Any way I could see your security logs? Still got a lot of bullets.
That could be arranged. For the right price.
How much?
He looks around. You realize you're endangering my career here, and I've put a lot of time into the hospitality industry. 5 bullets.
All right. Pryo says, I'll run and get the violin quartet for you.
It's odd. I was thinking the same thing about your predicament. He pushes it over to you. Quickly now. There's a pad. He's pushed a pad over to you to look at.
Pryo takes it. Okay. Pryo turns around, starts looking at it. She's just like, "What button do you press on this thing?"
Danus, you see your companion hammering away at a pad. Like,
This is why. This is...
Why no worky?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll put my hand out for it or whatever.
Please do not break the pad. Oh, goodness.
Okay, Pryo adds it to Danus.
41.
Nice. You know how to, of course, operate a pad. That's not that amazing, but you get into the footage and start going through. And you actually, with the successful, the way your clever tinkering or junker mentor taught you to look around at back doors, you start randomly just pressing some things, and you're like, "Oh, wait.
Security, this looks good.
Security, outdoor camera, ooh, alleyway." You see Sandeep check out, come out. He turns to the left when he exits the Thankful Inn. So down the alleyway, away from the roadway, away from the market, and seems to go down for a little bit, and then turns into a shop.
There it is. And I point, and I hand it over.
Okay.
I say, did he call anyone or meet with anyone while he was here?
You, Danus, you can go back to the main footage inside the restaurant.
Sure.
Which was the screen that very kind gentleman handed over to you. And you do see he's sitting there. He does pick up a small pad out of his pocket, look at it, and that is when he stood up. He gave a quick look to either side to see where the serving staff was and just moved out rather stealthily.
Nada. So I will hand the pad back, and I will make my exit.
We'll follow the trail. Pryo, without any ceremony, just puts the pad back on the counter and walks right out.
You walk past some finer people as you walk through. They kind of give you a look. You turn down the roadway. A small speeder bike, maybe, although there doesn't seem to be many. There's a few hovering carts, but other than that, you don't see any type of quick-moving technology, at least here. And where he was headed was Gaia later. You see a big sign over top. Getting your packages delivered in lightning time.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Prio's probably going to go in.
Pryo looks in the window first.
1 second, I have an idea. And I'm going to go into the shop that's on the corner opposite.
You want to go just into here?
Well, sorry, I guess I should look for cameras on the... Because that last idea was great. So I want to look for cameras on the buildings on the outside.
Dennis, you want to look sort of in all around this area to see if there's anything here?
Yeah.
You do see a camera mounted on the corner of this corner triangle piece here. It's a 3-story building, so it is up a bit high, but it looks down into this area. You see it moving slowly back and forth.
Is Sandeep standing there in line or sitting down in there just by chance?
No. You look in, you see just one guy moving cube things. He's got a pad, he hits it, and there's a square about yay big above you off the second story area. You see that cube go up, boop, 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 and it goes out the cube hole and off and away. It's got a little symbol, little G with wings.
So he took, I presume he's taking stuff from people, he puts them in these cubes, and they fly off to some area.
Yep, they seem to be flying. It depends how long you want to sit and watch, but they do seem to go out, and there's another cube hole where they're coming in and sitting down. You can see them come in, but you don't see them come in into the room. They must keep going.
To like some kind of back warehouse where they're holding packages and things like that.
Exactly, yes. Or being sorted or whatever.
Okay, Pryo takes off his mask and the goggles and whatnot. Makes himself look less scary, more presentable.
All right.
Kay walks in.
Smooth your dreads down. Kay, walk in. There's another being back there. He has 6 kind of skinny, not quite tentacles, but very mobile arms. He's moving stuff around. He clicks something, types in, and goes, yep. What do you need? Oh, do you have something shipping, sending, coming, going? What do you need? We're fast. Let's go.
I'm a detective, and I'm following someone who's stolen something. I think he's shipping it through your location.
Yep. Someone steal something from you. What's the issue?
Well, actually, this man stole a bunch of memories from people in a land a few lands over called Belize, a priory.
Well, I suggest you go down the roadway and go to the Guardian station. It's down there.
I put out the clip of bullets. I say, I haven't got time for that. Listen, how many bullets is going to take?
Look, dude.
Just answer me this.
I have 6 eggs to take care of at home.
Just answer me this. Did a big blonde guy with a big nose come in here and ship something?
I just came on shift. I like to take bullets, but I can't help you.
How many bullets for me to take a quick look back there just to see if I could see the package?
Again, dude, I can't even get you back there, and you're likely to get shot.
Shot?
Yeah, I mean, you don't...
Your security is that strong?
Well, not shot dead, but shot unconscious, and then you'll be back at the law enforcement, so, whatever you want. The 4 of the arms keep moving stuff around while 2 are waving around and talking to you.
Okay, I look around on the desk. Do I see Sandeep's UV on anything that would indicate to me that he took a pen and signed something, or he was on a pad and okayed something, like to ship something?
Sure, roll.
24, that succeeds.
Do you see a single handprint kind of on the corner of the counter?
Is there anything else over sitting where he was that would indicate to me why he was here?
It makes sense that he shipped something. The guy goes, I can't let you in back there. I don't even have clearance to go back there.
I say, how do you guys send your packages then?
I put them in the box, and then they fly away.
What do you mean they fly? They fly away to here? You only ship packages in Aclaris?
No, they go all over the place. I mean, we're Gaia later. We ship everywhere quickly, fast, on time. Nothing broke, mostly never broken. I'm supposed to say never broken. It gets broken. Just so you know. Buy the insurance.
Can you look in the system and see where he shipped this thing?
He looks at the security camera. He says, maybe you want to ship something too.
Sure.
Okay, great. Here's a form. He gives you a form. Just fill out your name, whatever it might be, and whatever you're sending,
Okay.
I'll put them in this box. He puts the smallest little hover box over to you.
Okay. I take out my clip and I put some bullets in it.
Okay, he goes, great, okay. He puts those down. Now I'm just going to put some packing material. You see the bullets go in his pocket. All right, all good. Now I need the address.
Say, that's a very good question.
Just whatever you're written down there is great.
Up your butt.
Well, that's going to cost you extra. Okay, he puts the thing, he makes some copies. He goes, all right. He shoves the box down in the holding thing. If you go outside and meet me there, my break's in just about 5.
Okay, Pryo goes, you can find out where that package went to.
Yep, maybe.
Thanks.
Thanks for buying insurance.
Okay, Pryo walks out.
Okay, you head outside. Danus, in the meantime, you've been walking around kind of acting casual, and you've scoped out where the different cameras are in the area.
There's a camera right here if we want to see where he went. Maybe you can bribe somebody inside this store, perhaps.
I'm running out of bullets. Okay, Pryo waits.
We've got 5.
Okay, Pryo waits outside, and he kind of watches through the glass to see the guy doesn't suddenly, grab a phone and start calling someone or what. Just keeping an eye on him.
Okay, so you're going to watch through the glass, or you're going to look around?
Watch through the glass.
Okay, you watch through the glass. You see him still packing stuff, and he's got 2 arms that are kind of underneath the counter, flicking through a pad quickly as the other arms are working. And then he says something. He hollers something. You see him talk, and another being comes out front. Is quite a large guy. Actually does have a gun on their hip. The many-armed creature nods, grabs a little bag, comes outside, kind of just gives you a sidelong look, and heads around the corner.
With a critical fail on my acting. About effing time.
Okay. Did the boss notice? Ooh. Okay, you see the guy look out the window. Just as you had said that the box, one of the big boxes, has gone out and the big flap was open. And you could clearly tell he heard. He looks around, comes out from behind the counter.
Then I look at this guy. I say, Gaia is ending. It's the end of Gaia. Ah! And I run away. The opposite direction than the guy.
+1.
I don't move.
You're just like,
No.
Okay, the guy looks out. He kind of catches your eye for a second, Danus. Turns around, puts his hand on his gun, goes back around. Okay, you're running.
Okay, I sneak back.
You come back.
Put my mask and the thing and all that back up, and then I sneak back.
Okay. Danus, you do notice that the many-armed guy kind of leaned around the corner slightly and then looked at the security camera and came back, retreated back down that one road, so you do know which way he's gone. When Pryo becomes sane again, and you both head down that roadway to follow him, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you come down. He's sitting on a little bench with his little bagged little lunch, feeding himself. He looks at you. He goes, one tentacle-ish arm waves.
Okay, I make sure no one's following us in here.
Nice, +1. Nope, doesn't seem to be any. There are a lot of people going around, but no one in particular seems to follow you.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
All right, what do you got for us?
Well, I don't know who he was, but I got some footage. Is that helpful?
Depends what it shows.
Well, it shows everybody that was shopped there lately in the past 24 hours.
I need
That's
to
great,
know
man.
where that
Thank you.
package is going and what he sent.
Well, we could probably see in the footage.
Let's take a look.
Okay, just sit down and act casual. Boy, you said you were a detective. A detective of what?
I sit down.
Is he okay? He says to you, Danus. He hands you the pad.
Me? Okay.
Maybe you want to take them back. There's a pod space back there, safe harbors. They could maybe pod them.
Mm-hmm. I needed a 120 for Tinker, and I got a 94.
Nice.
So we're getting scarier. We're treading that line real quick.
You're up and up and up.
So I still succeed, but wow.
You go through the footage. You find the footage quickly, and there are a lot of hours. So you go through and bring down the search field, and you do see Sandeep come in. He's got a large kind of brownish traveling cloak, similar in a lot of ways to Pryo's, only a little higher quality. He leans over. He's talking to another gentleman, not this guy, working. He fills out something. He's standing there. He's got his hand on the counter. He fills something out, talks to them, and he gives a small little box puts it into the cube, the Gaialator cubes.
So zoom in.
And
zoom in on that pad. Where's he sending it?
does this zoomify? I don't know the technical term, so I'm going to say zoomify.
You're like, well, I could zoom in on the code and blah, 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 and try this and that. And you actually do get it in.
What? It's not pixelated? Like horribly?
No, because your code is amazing. Filled in the pixels. So there is a certain amount of error, but you learned from one of the best tinkerers around. Okay, you look. Right. Oh. It's a fuzzy address. It's hard to tell exactly what it says, but you clearly can make out the name on the top. It says Seraphina Lee.
Seraphina Lee, but we have no idea how many residences Seraphina Lee has, where Seraphina Lee is. We don't know any of that, right? Mm-hmm. Fantastic. What's this guy's name? Or person, whomever was behind the counter at the time. I'll point to the clerk or attendant that is his coworker.
Oh, that's Jazzy Jim.
Great. How do we talk to Jazzy Jim?
I mean, he's playing tonight. He's great.
Good. Is there any way to speak to him before tonight?
Oh, well, I don't think I should give out fellow employee addresses, particularly to people who, He looks at Pryo as he trails off.
Where's he playing?
Well, he's new, so... but from what I understand, it's a bit of a slummy area, but I think he's playing over at the Rusted Racked Inn. Just...
Great.
Make sure you're kind of armed, He points to Pryo.
Pryo just looks at him.
Not as armed as you, buddy, and I will hand the pad back.
Okay.
+1.
I will turn to Pryo and say, okay, so we've got a lead. We can go talk to Jazzy, for short, when they perform, and perhaps they'll remember where this person lives. It's highly doubtful, but maybe. If not, we figure out who this person is. If not, we still find Sandeep. Your choice. Why don't we go talk to that guy who deals in information? Perhaps they can get an actual address or tell us where Sandeep is. Could be a double win.
There's nothing like a double win, Danus.
If one doesn't work, maybe the other will. And if we have time after, if we want to acquaint ourselves with the city, we should take a tour. And not only acquaint ourselves, but how entertained is Pryo at this point? But we could accidentally see our culprit. I dare say, triple win. He's happy. This is his happy face.
You're pretty sure this is his happy face.
No, Pryo's like, okay, Pryo kind of takes Danus away from the guy.
He's still eating his lunch.
The Gaialator employee.
Okay, one of the arms waves.
Okay, or grab him and we teleport. Right back to Puck.
You're in the middle of saying something. You're looking up at that nice tour airship. You're like, oh, maybe I will get to see the city. It's interesting. Why is there airships there? Poof. You're back in the what room did you go to, Pryo?
Exactly where we left.
Okay. You're standing in Puck's empty office. Poof. Your stomachs both drop for a second and then you recover quickly.
Okay, you're right. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You get that, I'll get seconds. And I go back, I go downstairs to get a plate.
Pryo goes down the stairs, looks for Puck.
You're not happy when you don't eat. You know that, right? I'm starting to get that vibe. You're one of those hangry people.
Puck's in his armchair. There's those. I'll remind you, there's those two armchairs. One that's always empty, and there's him. He's slightly dozing.
Where's our teammate number 1? Because without we're just
Anzo?
a partnership.
Oh
Anzo.
yeah.
Where's Anzo? Is Anzo around? Anzo!
Okay, call Puck. Oh, you're back. Great. Where'd you go? And did you eat breakfast?
Went to a class. Tried to find Sandeep.
Oh.
But he got away again. He shipped a small box, a cube about yay big. Do you think that could have contained the memories?
I don't know if I would trust Annihilator to move memories around personally. Not if they meant anything important. I mean, they lose all the time and stuff breaks. Always get the insurance.
Can I put my hand on Puck?
Yeah.
Just lightly, and just say, Puck, could you get these memories? And I point to wherever it is, or if I have it, I hold it up, whatever. Back into people. If you were there, could you help me, or could you do that?
You mean like the ones we already got?
Yeah, just the ones we've got.
If we have the people, we could put them in the pods. You see, and he starts talking Tinker talk. Now, he's quite a bit above you, but it's still interesting. It starts to get a bit monotonous.
I look at Pryo and just say, all right, let's go. Let's go do it now. Back in time for lunch.
Wait, where are we going? Don't do that thing to me.
Sandeep sent something to Serafina Lee, who was his contact, who was supposed to be buying the memories. I presume that was them.
I mean, it could be if he was desperate to get rid of them, but...
Pryo slumps down in like an armchair or a chair or something. Boof.
I gotta say, if he was in a real hurry, he might ship them, but... I mean, do you know how much stuff Gaia later breaks? I mean, maybe we could break into their camera and see what's back there if it hasn't shipped yet. Did it go out?
I don't know. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do all kinds of stuff.
Pryo stands up.
Like I was taking a nap. I can do napping really good. Okay, he stands back up to the computer room. He just starts walking up to his office. You know, I don't know what you're gonna have to hang out and tell me lots of stories. Okay, he gets up there. Right.
Pryo thinks, I don't got many stories. I've only been awake for 4 days or so.
Okay, he gets on the computer. All right. Okay. Now tell me, where was it?
There's a guy later in Aclaris, just off the main square.
Okay. Oh, good. That's the good one. There's the one out back, closer to the slums. Yeah, the box is still there. Look. He's cut into the feed of the back area. You do see about 4 people sitting there. The one that had taken over for the 6-armed individual sitting back there with various weapons on their hips. There's all these boxes, and there's little tiny robots, round robots that are going around scanning. It's going around scanning all the labels. It seems a bit odd. You actually see one of the guys looking at it. He says something. You can't hear what they're saying, of course, but he goes. And it's clearly Puck has taken it over as you see all the addresses and names coming up, and you see Serafina Lee, and it's addressed to the Boaz Mall.
Somewhere called Lexan, perhaps?
Yep.
Gaia is a big company. They're gonna have, they have the standard anti-sorcery, anti-scion to protect the packages, hence the insurance. Always check the fine print. It says right at the bottom.
What does that mean?
It means you just can't zap things in and out. What kind of company would they be if you could zap everything in and out? The only person who can go back and get it is the original person if it hasn't left yet.
Okay, I look in the security footage. Do I see a back door or a back gate or something like that?
Nope. The whole building is surrounded on all sides by the other Oclaris tours is on one side. There's another business beside. They're all quite tight together.
So it'll stop phasing as well?
Of course.
Can you turn it off from here?
No. It's probably some kind of crystal or an actual person.
They're so close. There has to be a way to get them. Here's the table.
Maybe you'd like to go run a couple laps outside. You're awful excited. You're gonna break my house.
We wait for them to leave. Right? You can't get them when they're there. They're a shipping company. We know where they're going.
How are they going to
grab
ship
it then?
It's a little box. It goes out a hole usually in their door, flying off in the destination that it's meant to go in.
Okay, can I see in the security footage where the hole in the wall is? Is it big enough that Pryo could fit through it?
You could, in theory, shove yourself through a hole into the back warehouse. Your body would fit physically.
Could I fit through there? He points.
Why would you fit through there when the box is going to come out to you? We can see when it leaves. We just wait. And then when it starts to move, we just make sure we're there.
I don't think he listens to you. You might want to... I don't know how long you've been together. My mate and I, we went to see a counselor for a while. I wasn't listening.
Puck, is there any reason why I can't fit through that hole?
You can physically fit, but they're the guards through with the guns.
If only we had a smaller team member that could move more agile and two, blowhards that could cause a ruckus up front.
Prio's not sure he likes his plan.
Yeah, Enzo walks in. Hey, guys!
Hey, our first team member. Number 1, how are you doing?
Well, I was just... What? Team member? Well, what?
Told you, you're part of a team.
Enzo looks at Pryo.
Pryo says, 1 second. Okay.
What do I gotta do?
He grabs Danus and turns him around.
Okay.
He says, you realize, mate,
+1.
that if Anzo gets caught, then we're going to have to bust him out of jail. You realize that. And if you think it's hard to get into Gaia later, I can only imagine how difficult it will be for us to bust him out of a Guardian prison.
Good point.
Slap.
You're
slap.
Right. Let's do with the first choice of not going in and just waiting for it to come to us. Then, yeah. Or
but they got to have that's the most. Obviously, that's going to have the most security. When that little crate's flying around, that's got to be tactically the most insecure time. So he looks at Puck. Clearly, they have security on that, right? What would be easier, to break in there or get it when it flies away?
Why hasn't it moved yet? Unless, follow me here. Unless this runs deep, and that name isn't. When that address, that name, what if there's more to this than there we see? Perhaps when somebody fills something out like that, it doesn't go anywhere. It stays there, either for holding or for someone else to pick it up later.
Pryo looks at Puck as if to say,
It does seem strange to me that it hasn't moved. If he knew you were after him, which we all know he did, maybe he's just hiding them.
But why wouldn't he go there first? Oh, by the way, Puck, he went to an inn and sat for some time.
yeah, he waited for the address to send it to. Then he went and sent it. You can see, clearly, can't you see on the record? You can see, we see the address. We could tell, could you tell if that's wrong or something?
Okay, I'll hold on here. I mean, well, he's actually, the address isn't quite correct. He put 156, it's 155.
I just have to get these memories now. Okay. Pryo grabs Danus.
Yep.
Hold your breath. Okay. I transport into the alleyway that we were in before.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I go to reach for Anzo, but I think I missed.
Okay. I get reconnection with Batty.
Oh, gee.
you left Batty there.
Oh,
You can't right now.
I can't reconnect with Batty?
Nope.
You don't have to do this, shooter. This is going to be semi-dangerous.
what are you going to have me do?
We're going to bust in the front door. Unless you have
Out
a
of
better way
all
of
the
getting in
stuff
there.
we talked about, and we've gone with the front door option.
Uh-huh. There's no back way in. There's no teleporting in. There's no phasing in. What have I missed?
I mean,
I'm not waiting for Sandeep to come back and get it. I'm not waiting for it to magically leave. It's this close to being in my grasp. I'm going to get it now. This is going to bring the
Well,
Guardians coming.
without speaking to the guy who deals in information,
Bartas.
that's our best plan. Yep. So, okay.
So I repeat,
I will.
you can cover me from outside if you want. Or you can come in guns a-blazing with me. We won't kill anybody. We'll just stun them.
How secure? How is it that door? Because even the clerk's not allowed technically back. That door.
It is a heavy metal door, meant to be quite secure.
Okay, sure. Let's give this a go. I don't like it, but if we've got to have it now, then we've got to have it now.
Okay, Pryo nods. And gives a look to Shooter like, you're not half bad.
I give a smile back of this campaign just turned into a jailbreak. Like
Pryo surprisingly takes off, and then I gotta find Batty after this.
Oh, you actually start to get connection.
Batty, come in.
Okay, you hear some. If a robot bat could sound pissed off, he's pissed off.
Batty, sorry, bud. Lost connection. Did you find Sandeep?
He did find some more UV of his.
Oh, whereabouts is that?
He found some in the indoor market area, a bit around and heading towards the slum.
That's a good Batty. Takes down the hood, puts the goggles down, takes off the mask, crazes up his hair, his dreads.
Okay.
I'm watching him take off his disguise in order to do this, and
So am I.
I know my mouth is just kind of hanging,
Okay, he looks is ready.
as I'll ever be.
Okay. Pryo walks up to Guy later.
Okay, you see that guy?
Okay, he walks in.
Hey, his little arms are going.
He goes, "It's the end of Gaia! Gaia's ending!" Ah!